Hey again, everybody. It's Austin Bradley here from College Basketball Insider, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video, so to speak. I was going to avoid this situation because it's so controversial, and I think that the way people are looking at it is one end of the spectrum or the other. And it's the whole Jalen Johnson leaving Duke, opting to forgo the rest of his freshman season and declare the NBA draft. Okay, so this has been done before. James Wiseman did it last year, actually, and I'm sure it's been done before. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I have to say, I think it's a really shady move of Jalen Johnson to do at this point in the season, because here's the deal. I understand we're living in different times. Okay, this is unprecedented. Very few people in the world ever have experienced the kind of things we are right now with COVID and things of that nature. I get, as a college kid, who is used to his parents or his friends or his grandparents or whoever that might be, being used to them being at all your games, never missing a game. I get where that's going to weigh on you if they're not there all of a sudden. We see these cardboard cutouts in these arenas, and sure, that might help just a little bit, but it doesn't replace what it really feels like to have your family and friends there. So from that aspect, I understand what Jalen Johnson did. But here's my question: why now? Duke is 9-8 after their win tonight. Whenever he decided that he was leaving, they were 8-8. They were 500. They were a 500 team. At the beginning of the season, however, they were preseason ranked number 9 in the country. And very quickly we found out that they weren't as good as the ranking said they should be. Now, again, this is a different year. Michigan State's terrible. Carolina hasn't played very well, although they're starting to heat up a little bit now. Kentucky's bad. All these blue blood teams that are normally really, really good, 1-2 seeds in the NCAA tournament, it now looks like there's a legitimate possibility that none of them make the NCAA tournament. They're all just a couple losses away from being out of the running, period, unless they win their respective conference tournaments. And with Duke and North Carolina, guess what? They can't both make it because they can't both win the ACC tournament. Now, I think Duke can win the rest of their games, win a game or two in the not in the NCAA, but the ACC tournament, and I think they're in. I think they're a 10, 11, 12 seed, but I think they're in. North Carolina, let me put it like this. I think after watching North Carolina the past couple weeks, I think they're 1 or 2 wins away from being probably an at-large bid again at a 10, 11, 12 seed. But still, you never know. Once you get to the tournament, anything can happen. So here's what I think Jalen Johnson did, if you want me to be blunt. I think he got to the part of the season where it looked like the season was gone. Keep in mind, Duke had had games postponed, they had games canceled, and what games they had played, let's be honest, they had lost the majority of. Now, I'm not knocking the Duke program. I think that Coach K is a great coach. I do not think his career is over. I think he's going to come back next year. He's going to be just as good as he's ever been. Hopefully, by November, we have a little more normalcy. So the seasons are like that, and they can get their exhibition games in, and they can get their practices in, and they can really gel as a team before having to step on the floor. With that being said, this year is still this year, and Duke has still not played well. So what I think Jalen Johnson did was he thought the season was lost. He thought there was no hope, nothing, and he took his ball, and to save face, and instead of having a bad season, to save face for his draft stock, he quit on his team. Now, people will say that Duke has played better without Jalen Johnson, and heck, they proved it right tonight. They won by 24 at Wake Forest, who is a rivalry game, and we talked about rivalries last night. But I just don't like the way he did it. I understand if you decide in November or December or even early January, hey, this is really weighing on me. I think it might just be best if I leave school, go prepare myself for the NBA, things of that nature. But he didn't. He waited until it was basically over for Duke, and then it's like, oh, hey, you screwed your teammates over, pal. This ain't a good look for Jalen Johnson. It's not a good look for his NBA draft. And in fact, here's the thing. He wasn't living up to the potential at Duke. So his draft stock was hurting anyway, and now you've got, oh, hey, I quit on my team on your record? Come on. And I don't put any of the blame on Coach K. I think Coach K is a great coach. I think Coach K is probably the greatest college basketball coach of all time ever, period. John Wooden is right there. I think it's those two, and that's it. I don't know. Ultimately, it is what it is. The decision's been made. He can't change his mind, I don't guess, but I just don't like the way he went about it. And I don't know Jalen Johnson personally. I've never met the guy, and honestly, I probably will never meet the guy. I'm not saying anything bad about him as a person either. I just think the way that he went about what he did was wrong. Now, we're going to see, does that help? Does it hurt Duke? They got a win tonight. They won their last game at NC State. They got Virginia at home in a game in which I think Duke's going to win. I think Duke is playing well enough, and Virginia's kind of sliding a little bit. I think Duke's going to win that game, and that is a huge resume win. That'll put them at 10-8 on the season. And you never know. You just never know. We're at that point in the season where every single game matters. But yeah, I could sit here and I could dog on him some more, but I'm not going to, because again, like I said, I don't know Jalen Johnson. I wish him the best. I do not wish any ill will on him. I see people on Facebook, Twitter, things like that, hoping that he gets injured, saying, I hope he tears his ACL, things like, guys, I get as college basketball fans, you're passionate people. Okay? I'm a very passionate person about college basketball. I'm very passionate about Michigan basketball. But guys, I just couldn't imagine myself saying, man, I hope that Dwayne Washington Jr. tears his ACL. Or I hope that Marcus Bingham from Michigan State, breaks his arm or something. I don't know, guys. I don't like that. We can be upset with someone. We can be upset with a player. We can not like a player's decisions. We can be let down by their performance. But whenever you make it personal, it's just a different ballgame, guys. And it's not cool. I would never wish any ill will on Jalen Johnson. I hope that he has a great NBA career. I hope that he wins championships, makes a lot of money, things like that. But at this point in time, I just don't like the way that he went about going to the NBA. And that's it. Nothing personal. Don't know the guy. Same thing in my last video when I talked about Luka Garza and Ayo Dosunmu. Nothing personal. I don't know him. But those were my opinions, and this is my opinion. Again, strictly my opinion. I would be more than happy, and in fact, I encourage you guys to comment on this video. Tell me how you feel about Jalen Johnson leaving early. Tell me if you think it's a good idea. Tell me if you think that he's, not doing the right thing. Tell me if you think that he's doing the right thing. He just went about it the wrong way. Hit me up. Guys, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear your input, but do it in a respectful way. If you see somebody in the comment section that doesn't agree with what you're saying, don't jump down their throat, okay? Have debate, be respectful, and again, like I said, there's enough hate in this world right now. We don't need more. So just enjoy, college basketball. Enjoy what all of us are passionate about. And everybody have a great night. We're going to be back Sunday. I think, I said that 3 or 4 times now. I think that will be our next video is Sunday, the bracket reveal. I'm going to start working on that bracket probably tomorrow night. maybe Friday. I think there's a couple pretty big games on Friday. I'll have to look at the schedule. So it may be Friday. I'm definitely going to try to have it done before I go to church on Sunday morning. That way, there's no hustle and bustle after church because we got that big Michigan Ohio State game. I'm going to want to watch that. So that way I'm not trying to hustle around and everything and beat that out. So that's all I've got tonight. I hope you guys are staying safe. We got another 6 inches of snow last night on the ground. I think 4 to 6 inches. My uncle said. I don't really remember exactly how much. I know it's pretty bad all over. In fact, they canceled the Texas-Oklahoma game tonight. Kentucky had been at Vanderbilt for 4 days now, and it's inclement weather all over the United States. So just especially the South. So just keep everybody in your thoughts as they're trying to travel through that, obviously, and we don't need any more interruptions of the college basketball season, and inclement weather is interrupting the college basketball season. So, guys, just stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. If you're in one of those regions, don't drive on icy roads. I'm pretending like I'm some of y'all's parents, I guess now, but yeah, just stay happy, stay safe. Have a great night, and I'll see you back on Sunday for our bracket reveal, our very first bracket reveal. I made a bracket last week. Okay. Didn't really like it. I kind of read it over a few times and decided that I wasn't really going to start the page this week. I was going to start, or not this week, but last week. I was going to start it this week, so I'm going to make the bracket up. We're going to get it out, and then Monday we'll be back to you for week 2 of the CBI poll, and of course week 14 of the AP poll, and we'll see kind of how that changes. Again, 4 of the top 5 teams are going to play tomorrow night. Obviously, Baylor's on pause. They're going to play, I believe, Tuesday. They were supposed to play tomorrow against West Virginia. Unfortunately, that got postponed. Hopefully, they get to make that game up. That's a big, important game in the landscape of the Big 12. So, we got some really important games here coming down the stretch in the next couple weeks. Michigan, Iowa. I believe that is at the end of the week next week. Michigan, Illinois, I'm sure is going to get made up in the Big Ten. Any ACC game right now is important. Florida State's kind of trying to run away, but they're a little hot and cold. It seems like every single SEC game between people in the top 6 is important. Just some good basketball coming down the stretch. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I hope we get to have a lot of conversation, about kind of everything. And I've rambled on long enough. I was done talking about Jalen Johnson at 9 minutes, and we're at 13 minutes now. So I'm gonna let you guys go if you haven't already clicked off. If not, but hey, in all seriousness, I'm not gonna advertise myself a lot just because I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this to grow or to monetize, or at this point. I always said that I wouldn't ever try to make money off YouTube unless it didn't make sense for me not to. But I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying. I'm really liking. Some of you guys are giving me your input. I'm really enjoying that. So I'm just gonna let you guys go tonight. I hope everybody has a safe, happy, healthy night, and I'll be on Facebook first thing in the morning for our list of games going on today. We got a stacked lineup. So yeah, that's all I got. Everybody have a great night, and again, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. Good night, y'all.